Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at Czarface. So, this is a relatively recent discovery for me. If you're not familiar with Czarface, he is an independent hip-hop artist who does a lot of sort of comic-centric stuff. And I only discovered him probably about 4 years ago. I believe it was during the pandemic. Or maybe right before. There was a record store day, and there was a Czarface MF Doom release. And I was like, oh my gosh, because MF Doom I've been following for many, many years now. And somehow, sometimes you just miss stuff. So Super 7 did this absolutely incredible looking figure. I can't wait to open it up and see if they've delivered on how awesome it looked like it was going to be. But you can see this is an older release. It's still got the slipcover, which looks incredible. It's a nice chromed out metallic front with, look at the mouth on that and the fangs. So Czarface is a supervillain, and that's as far as into the lore as I'm going to get. There might be a description on the back. Oh, man, that is killer. Okay, here we go. Superhero, and also I haven't looked too deep into the actual history of the people behind Czarface. Sorry, it's hard for me to say for some reason. Czarface, because I don't want to know. Just like I was disappointed when I found out more about the lead singer of Ghost. I like the mystery. I don't want to know everything. Superhero, supergroup, super what on earth as we know it. Czarface is a hip-hop juggernaut formed by esoteric. Well, there it is. So I'm not going to read all that. I'm not going to read it all. Put it away. So this is the character that is like, it's kind of the mascot, but it's also, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not going to explain it. Just go check out Czarface. So let's open it up and check this figure out. I am so stoked, and I'll get into why. Beyond just liking the music, the figure. Again, the promise that Super 7 put out there with, look at that beautiful, that's going on the thumbnail. Oh, that's gorgeous. A Kirby Crackle-esque effect. The renders that Super 7 showed, as much as I love Super 7, I saw those renders and I was like, I don't know if they're going to be able to achieve that. We'll find out. And so far, like first glance, I'm very impressed. We'll see as we get into the details and the construction. We'll see if it's everything that I hoped and thought it would be. Because this is a deceptively complex character design. You don't realize it until you really sit down with the album art and start looking, and there's a lot to him. He's not just like a Doctor Doom cyborg knockoff whatever that you might assume at first glance. There's a lot more to the character than that, the character design than that. Alright, we get a little twist tie in here. This is another sign of how old this release is, that there's still a twist tie and not the little plastic tab thing. This is one of the ones that I mentioned this probably a couple of reviews ago. I'm not sure where I am in my continuity right now. That I have been having to make choices about Super 7 stuff because it's expensive and you can't trust when it's going to come out. So unfortunately, what I've had to do is make choices about pre-orders, and with some things kind of decide, well, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out right now. If this hits, I just can't handle it. So what am I going to do? And what am I going to do is I'm going to cancel the Super 7 pre-order if it's from like Big Bad, which, sorry, Big Bad. But I'll cancel it, and when it comes in stock, if I can work the budget around it, I'll get it. And if I can't, then I'll either hope it doesn't sell out or just go without. And look, I don't want to go without any toys that I want, but you gotta make decisions. You have to make choices. Oh man, the finish on this is beautiful. That silver is really, really standing out nicely. So here is the detailing that is blowing my mind right now. Everything's moving pretty nicely. I gotta say, personally, and nobody has to agree with me, personally, if the Silverhawks all had this finish on them, I'd be perfectly happy. I would not need them to be vac metal. And I'm not collecting those because I just can't. Gosh, okay. Wow. Wow. What a design. So check this out. This is what was blowing me away. And to be honest, a big part of what made this figure a must-have for me. So let's go ahead and do our little zoom in here. The translucent parts in between the armored parts. I just didn't see, and yes, the discs are opaque, red. I don't care because that's going to be sturdier, that's going to work better, there's going to be less concern about breakage over time. I am absolutely fine with those discs being red or opaque. So they did it. They got the translucent plastic here in the abdomen, the hips, this one shoulder, and that's one of the things that makes this design so cool is the asymmetrical look of it. You've got the different gauntlets here, the different arms. Man, this is a toy, right? Like, what an awesome toy I'm holding right now. This design, this has got to be one of the most toyetic designs Super 7 has ever put out. And all the joints are moving really nicely. I'm very, very happy with the functionality there. He's got a nice ab ball joint. And then the waist, not a ton of range, but it is another ball joint, ball and socket, whatever, as opposed to a cut joint. Look at the detail on the belt, that sculpted detail. This is just a killer action figure. All right, so he's got his crazy evil mastermind cape with a wire to hold that collar up. You can see the wire goes from here up around here, and then there's a wire going down in this part as well. Which that cape, oh no, it is different from the Black Falcon cape. Well, it has, yeah, it's totally different. What am I even thinking? Because Black Falcon doesn't have this going on. And then that head with the fangs, the red eyes, the spikes going around the top. Just absolutely fantastic detailing. Just look at the black in the nostrils, the blue right there in the slit between the teeth, and then the weird elf ears, which I'm still a little confused about, but whatever, because the design is so unique and so wild. Let's hope we don't break a leg off. Oh yeah, everything's moving really nicely. Very good. Not seeing any stress on the peg in there. And this is a little different from the standard Super 7 joint, because you can see it doesn't need to cover all the way up. So the swivel is a little bit lower there. So there's no rotation at the top of the boots. It's at the bottom of the knee, which is fine. So yeah, there it is. There is the Czarface figure. Now let's take a look at the accessories. Look at the hands. Just all of that sculpted detail in those diamond patterns, the metallic, it just looks absolutely incredible. Obviously, something's going to slot in there. You got like the knuckle duster looking thing there. Kind of a power glove looking thing here almost. All right, let's set him off to the side and we'll take a look at the accessories. You've got one alternate head with the beams shooting out of the eyes. Just great looking translucent blast effects. And then another alternate head with the mouth open, and you can see like deep into. Look at that. Look at that sculpt. How cool is that? I love it. It's going to be hard to decide which one of those to display. Got wrist rockets. You can either have the double set mounted. Let's see. Just inert, kind of a Destro look. Or you can have the one launching. I think I'm going to go with just the mounted ones. I did just notice this. I don't love it. Interesting decision that needed to be red, but I bet it was molded with these pieces. Whereas this one is like a silver gray. Whoops, sorry. It's like a silver gray. And then that one is the red. And I bet the ankles are that same, yeah, the ankles are that same silver gray. So they had to be, the ankles in this one were molded. But, I mean, I don't want to sound all Noel here, but I'm never going to look at that back of that elbow. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, look at this. Look at this translucent hands. One for each side. A red fist. And then a different blue hand for that left hand. Fist for punching and a kind of grabbing claw type situation. And then just two different right hands as well. I don't know what, let's see. Look at these spikes. This is potentially going to make removing this head a little difficult, because normally you grab under the chin and push up. Just got to make sure I've got the clearance here and hope the head pops off relatively easily. There we go. Not bad, not bad. So I love this one, but I want to be able to see his regular eyes. So I think I'm going to go with this head on the shelf, and I might need to heat it up. Nope. Popped right on. And I want that hand normal, or not normal, but I'm going to leave the default on it. Oof. There we go. And we're going to put, you know what? No. I like that one. Kind of gesturing. I'm going to have to look at the album covers to see exactly how I want him posed. Maybe I do want the fist on this side. I'm going to pull that off just to avoid any possibility of breakage or twistage or any problem like that. I'm going to put that fist on there. Make those great squeaky plastic noises. There we go. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to have to look at the album covers and find a good pose for him. But there he is. Czarface. Go check out the music. This figure is beautiful. It is, you know, not just, oh, awesome, it's another great hip-hop figure from Super 7, but just an incredible design, incredible toy, great action figure. I'm stoked. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.